Sit down. Sit down. It's a great show.
All right.
What are we doing here?
Welcome.
Welcome to the show, whatever the show is. It's called
Stabbing
Stabbing
the
Past
Spontaneous
Bullshit. Yay! That's my best scream at the frog. If you remember that show.
Yeah.
I am Big Red Ron, along with
Bashful Barb.
Jim the Cinema Guy.
Mr. Bashful.
Karen, the research lady,
Yay!
and Gabby,
The Wonder Puppy. The mascot.
That's
the
right.
No, Gabby. The pain in the butt.
Oh my God! I didn't know that.
Gabby. She's
No.
a
I'm
good
keeping
girl.
her busy at the moment so she doesn't jump in the
No,
show.
she doesn't knock everything over.
She wants to play now.
Gabby.
We started recording, so
Gabby.
Gabby wants to play.
Oh, I figured.
Gabby.
That's wonderful. No, not gonna do
You
it.
think?
Not-
think she's gonna next? She's gonna say
I'd rather have this pole.
no. Next we'll.
Gabby.
Oh, it's so funny with her because
Here.
we'll say you want to work, and she'll just plop down. She does. If she doesn't want to do something like go outside, she'll
plop.
just plop. And like we'll come in from getting the groceries, and if she's not wanting to go outdoors at the time,
Plops.
plops.
Really?
She's a very smart puppy, but she's
Smart dog.
also. Remember when we were talking about getting her? It was right after right before the flood hit,
Nebraska.
the big
yes.
Nebraska flood, and
19.
yes, and we were talking about getting the dog before the pandemic hit, and we that was early in the year. It was February, March
Yes.
of that year
Yeah.
that we started talking, and we showed you the picture. We're trying to take names and getting her names. We were going to name her Gracie Gardner, and my daughter-in-law goes, "Nope." I go, "Why?" She goes, "My sister." I go, "Oh, that's right." So Gabby fits her because she gabs about everything.
Oh, does she?
She is something else.
Oh, now you
She
did
wants
it.
to be on TV.
Yeah, want to be on the
Yeah.
podcast?
She is.
She is on the podcast.
She wants to be part of the celebrity.
Oh, I love
she's such a good
oh,
girl.
Dog, you're a wonderful dog.
She's a pain in the tushy. This week we get up at 5:15 to take her for a stroll, and
Yeah.
there's been a couple times this week. Okay, she's got to go out. So
Yep.
excuse Dennis while he
Yeah,
takes.
Dennis will take it.
See, look, and now she's gonna go lay down, so because she doesn't want to go outdoors. She wants Dad to play with her.
Jim's going to protect her.
But we'll go
Okay.
outdoors to get her at 5:15, and it's like she doesn't
Okay.
want to go.
Yeah.
She starts throwing a little fit, running off, laying down. It's like, you know what? I don't have to get up at 5:15 to take you anywhere.
Yeah.
I choose to do this so you can get a stroll in during the day. If you don't want to, I can get an extra hour of sleep.
That's right.
We did have an extra hour of sleep this week one day because it rained.
Mm.
Was it Wednesday morning or
I
Thursday
can't
morning?
remember. I can't
But
remember, but it was
It's a
nice.
Thursday morning, and it's like, is it raining? Dennis goes, yeah. I go, I gotta go back to sleep for an hour.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't help with our steps, and we try to get 10,000 steps in a day, and
Oh my Lord.
yeah,
That's good though.
that is.
Good.
So anyway, yeah, Gabby the Wonder Dog.
Yes.
Yeah. So now we talked about all this crap before the show started.
And then when
now
the
we're
show
like,
starts, we don't know what to talk about.
Well, you kept shushing us on political.
I know, because save it for the good stuff.
it's the political ticket
It
has
is
really
the-
changed.
It is the political season.
Well,
let's put it that
but
way.
also we're going into a territory that's never happened before.
Right.
Well, no, it happened one other time
Uh-oh.
where the president decided not to run a
Well,
second term, but he never started to run and then backed out
Right.
because it was
right.
at Johnson or something.
Johnson decided
decided not to run.
run.
Where Biden
He
is
went
4
through all
months.
the
Yeah,
steps
4
and
months left
He, yeah,
before election, and he goes. He saw the
writing on the wall, basically.
well, no,
basically.
the debate he had with Trump and his interviews and
COVID.
several calls from people, and his donors stopped donating
yeah,
money, and so
the
then
money.
Harris, he endorsed Harris to take over his
So really, Harris didn't go through the process,
So-
of,
Of anything.
But I
of
think it's just
anything.
because he endorsed her and she was vice president. I think
yeah,
that's
but that's what's unusual about
yeah,
this.
and I don't know how the Democratic Party feels since there was nobody else that got to really
Run.
bide for the
Yeah.
office. But I think the Democratic Party has been like given a second wind.
Oh, they have.
And
I think-
technically they could have run if they wanted to. They chose to support.
Her. And then, of course, us being located in Nebraska got the big endorsement of a vice president candidate who was born and raised in Nebraska, going to a small college, Shadron State College.
Very small.
Very small college out in the
Really, he
Panhandle.
was?
Yeah, he
Yep.
graduated
Yeah.
from
Graduate
Shadron
of
State.
Shadron
Taught
State.
Yes.
in Alliance.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Graduated from Butte High School, all 24 people.
Well, and then he was born in West Point.
Born in West Point, yeah.
So,
Taught in
yes.
I
Alliance.
did not know that.
I think that caught everybody by surprise because we were like, he's what?
All over
Yeah,
the state.
well, because nobody ever heard of him except Minnesota people did.
Yeah,
Nobody in
Minnesota people
Nebraska, and I don't know if he still has ties here in Nebraska
I
or
don't know.
not.
His family is still here.
See-
It's her family was in Minnesota.
Oh,
His wife.
okay.
And then of course they've given him the great name of Tampon Tim
What?
Well,
because
that was way back.
well yeah, but
Before.
but of course the Trump team is dragging out as much stuff as they can on this guy.
It's
His-
the political
I
things now. I'm sorry.
see, and then we go here.
It's bad.
Republican, Democrat.
Jim, lean back.
That's true.
He is very red.
No,
You're more moderate, Rev.
I'm more of a moderate.
You
red.
think?
You're
Oh,
pur-
yeah.
You're purple.
I would go along with that.
Yeah, you're purple. You're not red. You're purple.
You don't live with them.
We're blues. Okay, get it.
Yeah, we're blue. Jayhawk blue.
Oh, Jayhawk blue. No less.
Ron's more of a moderate blue
So I'm a purple.
because
What you're
you were Republican and you switched
I
because
switched 'cause the
you
guys
didn't
didn't
feel
do
you
it.
could vote for Trump.
Well, and I voted for. I was independent. And when you're an independent
Yeah.
ticket, you don't get a vote for anything until you get to the election, and by then it's already been decided
Pretty much, yeah.
that it doesn't even matter. I think this presidential election, it will go down to the wire just like the last two presidential elections have gone with Trump.
Yep.
And
Oh.
the difference this time is Nebraska's being talked about because of District 2.
District 2's in play.
Yeah. Them
Big time.
and Maine.
It
was
could make the difference, but they're not talking about because Maine will go whichever color they normally go.
Yeah, but they're also considered,
split.
yes.
Yeah.
But
So-
they're saying that that one district in Nebraska could make the difference.
Which is
Especially
really
if they have,
weird.
no, that's if they have a tie. So Nebraska, 2nd District Nebraska, get your butts out there and vote.
Yes.
Dennis will not be-
Everybody should vote.
Everybody should
Anybody,
vote. We
yeah.
have always taught the children, our kids,
Vote, vote,
to
vote.
vote. You know, we might not vote for every election, but we vote every presidential election.
Yeah.
You know, they have so many elections here in Nebraska that's like, are you kidding? Another election? Whose grandma's running this week? But,
Virginia Smith.
Oh God, I love that.
Oh, talk about grandma.
I love Virginia Smith was
Oh.
the 3rd congressional conference or congresswoman.
Way back.
Congresswoman, the 3rd district of Nebraska.
Forever.
She was
She really
the
was.
grandma type. She had the little bun. She wore little dresses.
This is like rep that
Grayish
went
white.
to DC.
Huh?
The rep that went to DC.
She went to D.C., yeah.
She was in
So
Congress.
she was
in
an
Congress.
early female.
Yeah,
pioneer.
she was an early female. Oh, man.
She was
Everybody in this state remembers her.
Oh, and her voice. I remember interviewing her at KSS Radio, and I did her live. And usually when I did my what was it called?
Afternoon chats.
Afternoon chat with Barb. And I would record them. I never did them live because you never know what was going to happen.
Right.
Well, Virginia Smith, she was in Congress, she was in Washington, trying to get her to tackle her down or track her down to do that one interview. And I got her penciled in. She was leaving Congress after, I don't know how many years Virginia Smith was in Congress. But I interviewed her, and all the guys were in the newsroom working, or in the, I don't know what you want to call that room that everybody worked in. Then we had the sales
Sound room?
people. No, the sales people, all the announcers. We all had our offices out there, our desks out there, and all of a sudden I said, "This is Afternoon Chat with Barb, and I'm on live with Congresswoman Virginia Smith." And she goes, in her voice, she had a distinctive voice. "Hello, Barb." It's like, you look out the window, because we have a window, you look out into the room and everybody stopped. Everybody looks at the
Speaker?
like, that's Virginia. It's like,
really
oh
on
my
the
God.
finger, huh?
And it's live.
And it was live.
Isn't that
and,
cool?
and she was the most gracious woman around.
Yep.
So, yeah.
She was something else.
She was something else. But, yeah, off track. We were talking about, because Kevin Suits is a local sports announcer here at 1011 News here in Lincoln.
Right.
And he just won the Gold Award for Outstanding Sports Announcer for the Nebraska Broadcasters Association. I said, so they don't have the Exarban Awards anymore. Is that the Exarban Awards similar to the Nebraska, or the Exarban Award? And Ron thought they were probably the same, close to the same thing. I go, so that
I
means,
was gonna say, would you look
Look
that
it up
up so we
real quick.
know exactly what?
so.
If only we had a research lady.
So does that mean that you're in the presence of a
So we get our facts
Gold
straight.
Award winner? Because I don't know, when was the last time they did Exarban? They don't even have the Exarban
No.
in Omaha
No,
anymore.
no.
They used to have a big banquet where they had Exarban queens.
Yep.
But yeah, I have no idea when. I know back in 88,
It stopped.
89, 90, they were still doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know
I think
after
around
that
the turn of the
when.
century, I think.
But, so I don't know. I personally think
Mm-hmm.
that the Exarban and the Nebraska Broadcasters
It's
Association.
the NSSA,
Yes.
Nebraska Sportscaster of the Year. So NSSA would be,
The Collegiate?
No, he was. Did you look up Kevin Suits on 1011?
Yeah.
And NSSA,
NSSA. What's that
National
mean?
Sports.
Yeah, but he was also for Nebraska Broadcasters.
I think that
Nebraska
is.
Broadcasters Association Post is what I saw it on.
Yeah.
Oh, NSSA doesn't mean anything, it's just an acronym. NSSA.
It's just an acronym. Oh.
Nebraska Sportscaster of the Year.
Oh.
And then
Wow.
he's received the Gold Award for Best Sportscast
NSCA.
in the state 3 times, including
Yes.
this year.
Well.
So
Oh,
now
okay.
look up Exarban Awards. So it's Nebraska spelled backwards.
Is this what they mean when they talk about
I
fact
worked at
checking?
UNO right next to Exarban. I know this.
Just want to make sure you know.
Is this it?
Exarban.
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 I remember Exarban. Nebraska spelled backwards.
Yep.
That's what she just said.
That's where
Well,
I
we
heard
wanted to
it.
make sure the
AKA
Iowa person knows what the
SAR.
Exarban Award is.
Exactly.
So,
BE.
Well-
For the listeners that are over on the East Coast or even
Oh, West
West
Coast.
Coast. Or out overseas.
overseas, by the way, Ron,
Yes.
how many different places could they listen to us?
Different places? Oh my God. Well, here, of course, they can just check us out here on Facebook. On,
Yeah, really?
yeah.
Facebook? Really?
Facebook, yeah.
You just did a live and it didn't show up.
No, the video. They can see the video after
TikTok.
the fact. We're having trouble with the live, getting anybody to notice we're on. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, let me see TikTok.
Yeah, look at TikTok, see what
They
that's going. What's
appear to
current?
only do like Farm Family Awards, Heritage Awards, Exarban,
Oh, they still do awards?
but not broadcasting.
Oh, okay. So they've changed. To answer your
Oh, I'm
question,
only up to 78 views.
yes,
Yes,
a website.
a website.
website.
A website. I hear.
What do you mean by this
And now
newfangled
in
magic?
stereo.
What is this website you
This
speak of?
website is
I need
a
more.
Waterline, Ron Elverson Productions, .weebly.com.
That's
Is
with
Two O's and
And
two
Two
E's.
E's. Yeah.
Whoa!
And you can see that on the website on Weebly. You can see it on the shows on Facebook. You can see it on Instagram. You can see it on Twitter.
I don't do Twitter. I don't know how to
You
do
can
Twitter.
see it on sometimes. Well, you can't see it on YouTube because it's too long.
How long
Sure.
can we have on YouTube?
10 minutes.
Oh, so kind of like my lives on.
Yes,
on,
your
on
lives can go,
TikToks.
but
how
on
long's
my-
your How long is your TikTok lives, or how long is your
10
TikTok?
minutes.
You can only go 10 minutes.
I can
Yeah,
only
mine,
go 10
mine's
minutes.
10 minutes too. So.
But in YouTube,
YouTube?
I can do the full show. So
I thought you just
What-
said we couldn't do YouTube for only 10 minutes.
no TikTok.
No, but didn't he say YouTube?
We'd have to.
rewind.
Rewind.
Let's rewind it and.
And check fact check.
How about 365?
Oh, that too. Live365.com.
What? Even more?
Yes.
Holy cow.
So how many is
you
that?
know
6?
all these?
That's
Did
6.
you know
I
we
think.
were? Where's our
We're
royalty
all-
checks
we're all
at?
over the
Yeah,
place.
the double zero.
Where's our
Yeah,
royalty
exactly.
checks at?
So
first?
Ron, if you go to ronhelversonproductions.weebly.com,
Yes.
is there some way that they could get a hold of you to make
Yes.
any
I haven't
ideas
been
or
on that website.
suggestions?
That's true. There's a page. There's a bottom of the page, the bottom of the first page. In fact, I think it is. That's where you go to write us a note. Send us a line.
Please watch out for my tea or my.
Am I grabbing your wine over there? I'm sorry.
So
I need
they're
more
able
wine.
to let
Yes.
us know what they're thinking and,
Yes,
and
they
give
are.
us ideas. And,
Exactly. There
and
is a place
say-
for that.
Just to say hello from,
Hello from, and tell us where you're at. We want to know where you're coming from.
that would be good.
That
And
would be
does
very nice.
Do you sell any of that information? Because people are kind of leery about
concerned.
this stuff.
Oh my
Is
god!
it secure?
Is it a secure site?
It is a very secure place, yes.
So this
We do
goes
not
directly.
sell it. It just comes to us, and that's it. Us being us.
Well, you meaning us.
Yes, exactly.
So it's.
I'm confused.
But please visit the website and
Yes.
go down to the bottom where it has
And
comments.
send
Woo!
us a comment.
I'm looking. Ron Halverson Home Weebly.
Yay!
Ooh, there it is.
Oh, there we are.
Yes.
Ooh,
right.
look at that.
That's how the
Alright.
studio looks at home.
Oh, there we are. You got to go to more.
More. Yes, it got a
More.
drop down.
There's a drop down and you go to staff
Wait,
from the
maybe
past
we-
podcast. Oh, we don't. Oh, staff from the past archive page. Oh,
That's the old
oh,
one.
it has James. That was the picture of Jim,
Your James is on
Brad,
there, yes.
me, and Ron. It has James in the back, and that was just before he moved to
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis.
That's right.
I think that's the show we're talking about. Saw.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
That's a very popular
Ah,
clip, if you will.
oh my goodness!
There
Look
it
at
is.
that.
It's
So there's
there.
some
There they
archive
are.
shows in there from
Uh-huh.
when we did the TV.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you-
looking at, sir.
She's
Yeah,
looking
well,
at it.
I'm describing that for the people.
And see at the
are
bottom of that
listening.
page?
Says first name, last name, email. Well, you don't have to. You do not have to put your first and last name. Indicates required field is the email and comment. So
Right.
you don't have to tell us your name, just your email and comment.
Yes.
But we would,
We
love
would like to know where you're writing from.
Yes.
Mr. Bashville,
Yeah.
Yes.
why would they only be listening on a TV show?
Well, if he's listening to a podcast,
Sometimes. they
see,
listen.
podcasts don't always have video. See, so you're just listening.
But we are featured on several podcast sites on Facebook where you can watch us. Because it's public access from across the country that people can see. Anybody and whoever gets it can tune in and look at that.
Anybody
Remember-
across the world?
Yes. Can you believe
Remember when we would do the radio show at KZUM
it? Mhm.
and we had the
You had that map?
and we would there's Germany. Who the
Yeah,
hell?
in Germany,
From
somebody was
Germany.
listening.
But we had several
Yeah.
on West Coast.
Yeah.
That because King's brother and sister were both on the West
Yep,
Coast.
that's right.
So-
Out there in Southern California.
Yeah,
Is
great.
his sister on West Coast or is she in Vegas?
But Vegas is kind
Pasadena.
of West Coast.
Yeah, he was in Pasadena.
Gotta go further west there.
And
to-
she was in
Sister was in
Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, he was in Arizona and he was in Pasadena, California. I remember that.
I
crazy,
knew
crazy.
Rick was in California.
And then Keith was in California. He
Keith was
listened once in a
also in
while.
California. Yeah. That's
So,
right.
Yep.
So yeah,
I wish we
that's
had a
the
dot thing to show us
Where
where
everybody's
people
from.
are listening.
Yes.
Are they listening? Are they?
They,
are we
yes,
reaching
that would be
anybody?
nice to have. That would
On
be,
Live 365, you have the map thing, but that you'd have to do that only for when you were playing the show
yes,
to see
you
where.
have to do it when the show's on the air, and it'd have to be.
Yeah, because right now we're recording it.
So we
it's
play
not
back
like-
later,
Right.
and thus they'd come on later.
Right. When will
At their
this air, Ron?
Next week.
Oh, it will air next week.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So it'll air. How do you do the?
Mid-August or mid
Do you just
September.
air the one show repeatedly through until we record the next one?
Yep.
Is that how you do it? Okay.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
you're not tired, if you don't catch the first time,
Start.
or the second time, or the third
Well,
time.
I start with yes. I start with the live, and it runs for a while, and then I either replace it or add the actual 1 hour
Got it.
show, and put that in there,
Got it.
and they run it till the next
So-
time.
And it's still not showing up on here. I wonder if you did it live.
Cindy says it's been hit and miss on Facebook.
Oh, great.
So,
Okay.
and she's another one who she asked me if I wanted to do a podcast with her because we're both female radio announcers, former
Mhm.
radio announcers. We both did it at the same time. She was in Grand
Right.
Island, I was in
Right.
Hastings. I said, well, you should just join us.
Yeah, she's welcome to do so.
More people,
The
more,
more the merrier.
more
What would
insight.
you do the podcast on?
She had
Who
a
would
name
Oh, she had a
for
name.
us, but I can't remember what it was. But it would be females, former female broadcasters. What do we do? Spontaneous bullshit. You put two females together. Oh my God.
We'll never get a word in edgewise.
I gotta have her come over because she is a fun person. And we moved here. It's been 26 years that we moved here, and the people that has become part of our circle
Mhm.
is crazy. You know, I have this very good friend. Her name's Tommy. How do I know Tommy? Well, her youngest daughter went to school with James. She was a Girl Scout leader, a Boy Scout leader. She was more advanced. She recruited me to be the school coordinator at Purtle, and we clicked.
Yeah.
Not that we visit over coffee or anything like that, but she's in my circle. Cindy, I met her. She was my boss at Cause. The last year I worked at Cause, and we started talking. She goes, "I'm from Grand Island." I go, "I'm from Wood River." So that brought up some. I go, "What did you do?" She goes, "I was a radio announcer." I go, "So was I."
Isn't that cool?
And she goes, "Well, when were you a radio announcer?" I go, "Well, I started about 87 until about 90. That was when I was professional. Yeah, 86 to 80, no, 90, somewhere like that." And she goes, "So was I." And she's a couple years older than I, and I go, "Oh!" So just the circle, the people that we, it's not that we hang out with these people, but they're our circle, our water aerobics. We meet once a month, supper. It's called the, stay off your buttons. It's called the Larsonettes and Dennis.
And Dennis.
It is. He's the only man that
Okay,
comes
well-
to our suppers.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
Did you just tell him to stay off his butt?
Buttons.
Buttons.
Button.
I'm getting some sound effects here that I'm trying to figure.
When to put them in.
Yes. What would work best in this
In this
situation?
situation, it's always hit.
So that, and then we've got our Weight Watcher, our group,
Yeah.
and just our circle. So, and you guys are part of our
Part
circle.
of our circle. Part of our village. It takes a village.
Yeah,
And Barb specifically has the person she dates and the person she hangs out with.
the guy I date, we're already making our bucket list of places we want to go to in California once I retire. So it'll be probably March after I retire when he turns, what will you turn when I turn
California.
65? 60, 61?
And the guy she
So-
hangs out with
That's
might
That's in
get
4
to go
years.
along.
How old will you be in 4
Yeah.
years?
Load up the truck,
57
move to
now.
there.
Beverly, yeah.
60.
Okay. So you'll be 61 by the time.
61.
So he'll be 61, we'll be 65, and we might
And the guy she hangs out with might get to go with
might get to go with us if he's good. And Karen goes, "Well, who's going to do the driving?" He's like, "I do a lot of the driving too." She goes, "Well, who drives in the bigger cities?" And Dennis goes, "She does."
Same here.
Yeah, same here. Pretty much.
So
He gets the goat trails, I get the big cities.
I just,
Go trails.
it depends on, and it also depends on how tired I am. If I'm a tired
Well,
person, I
it-
can't drive.
I can do the big cities, I just prefer not.
Yeah.
When you're tired, things come out of the road that you aren't expecting.
For me or for
You're
him?
pulled. You're pulled.
What?
I wasn't even sleepy. We were barely on the road when we hit the pole outside of
Oh,
on Iowa border. So yeah. Well, shoot, this poor car we got back in November. We did our craft show in Ashland a couple of weeks back, and we heard a bang.
yeah. Uh-oh.
A
Couldn't-
rock.
We
yeah.
couldn't see anything. Couldn't see anything. Yeah, we saw it now. big old crack at the bottom of our windshield.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Front windshield?
Yep,
Front windshield.
at the very bottom. It's starting to spider, and Des took it into Ford because supposedly with the newer cars you get so many ding replacements or whatever. Well, where it's at, they can't fix it.
Really?
Down here.
It's way down to where they can't get.
So
on
we're just
both
waiting
sides
for
of
it to spider up so we can replace the windshield in our new car.
Safe
Well,
life repair.
Ford
Safe life
replace it?
replace.
Will they replace it?
They won't.
We'll
Not
do the
for free.
safe light.
No, of course not.
They'd be happy to put a new one in.
But,
We'll go somewhere cheaper.
yeah.
So, yeah. That car, we've gotten 2 dings or 2 windshields, cracks.
Thanks for sticking by your product.
I scraped the side of the car when we were going to
Not even
Pennsylvania
1,000 miles on it.
last year in December. And then I was backing into the garage.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He knows. I got the frickin' side mirror.
Uh-oh.
You have all the bells and whistles that tell you if you're gonna hit something.
Well, I was saying ding, 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 but I didn't think I was ding, ding, ding that close.
You, through and through. If
Like
it's
me?
dinging, there's something in the way.
Ding, 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 ding. You're going to hit this person. Ding, 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 ding.
It didn't do any damage. It put a little dent in the garage.
Oh, that's not good either.
Oh, it's cheap. It's from Lowe's. What can you expect?
Oh, it's for below.
With the new car, we paid extra to have something put on. I think it's a good thing. We so far don't have scratches on it.
Nope,
And
not
we have
yet.
definitely hit the door into other doors.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
no,
No.
we haven't had any yet. Scratches and marks.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have to replace the windshield by.
Winter
Oh,
time.
winter time, definitely.
Probably before you go to Pennsylvania.
We're not driving to Pennsylvania this year.
Yeah.
You're flying.
We're flying in flying in 2.5 weeks down to Pennsylvania, and then we will drive in April. We're not going there for
Oh,
Christmas.
okay.
Because when it gets cold, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to go at Christmas. They're going. I can't tell. Well, RJ and I don't listen to this. They're going to England.
That'd be nice.
Christmas.
Do the kids not know where they're going?
No.
They have no idea
Because
where they're going.
my
So-
Say not
my
much.
grandson is a big fan. My son is a big fan of a England soccer team,
Oh.
and they are building a new stadium, and they're playing the final season this year in this stadium that's over 100 years old. And my grandson is a big fan too, so they're
Wow.
going to. What are you looking at, Karen?
What?
I thought you were looking at.
Are you looking at something?
I'm just sitting
Okay.
there.
I thought you looked at
Is
something.
that Whibley?
No,
Not
it's-
Whibley Stadium?
No, what's it? What's the team called? Everton.
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 So they're going to go see Everton.
Wherever they're playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
So when will the kids find out that they're going?
right before they leave.
When they get getting on the plane?
Pretty much.
Well, they know they're going to England.
Oh.
They just don't know what they're
They
doing.
just don't know they're going to Everton soccer because.
They do now.
Oh, yeah, my
And they
friend.
all have their passports and everything.
Oh yeah.
Pass-
So.
pass-
What's the passport?
Passports.
password is.
Well, and then
Never?
we were talking about going to Disney World in a few years with all the grandkids. Well, they're not. That's gone by the wayside.
Oh.
So Becca goes, it would be cheaper for us to go to Disney World Japan than it would be to go
Really?
to
Was
Disney
that,
World.
was that Becca, or was that one
It
of
was
the?
Becca.
I thought it was one of those craft show people that.
No,
goes
because they
to-
were big onto. No, Becca said no. It's cheaper to go to Japan. Than it
With
would
or
be-
without you.
They said we'd go.
So you have to get a passport.
You'd
Yeah.
have to have a passport to go to Japan.
Well, we have to have a passport to go to Canada. Right out loud.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
Ron knows this now.
I need to get it before I retire because we want to drive to Alaska and we have to go through Canada to get to Alaska.
on the
And then we can see
Dalton
Russia.
Dalton
From
Hollywood.
Fairbanks.
highway all the way up to Yellowknife and Coldfoot.
Oh,
You know, we
That's
are
probably gonna
running.
have
We,
some
we've been here a
cold
half
food.
hour. We haven't even covered half the stuff we want to talk. This is spontaneous bullshit. Anyway, last weekend
yes, we got
That's
some
the
show
we
and
went
tell.
to Dennis's folks. We wanted to, we need to go down there about once a month.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. To take them out for dinner because
That's nice.
they're not going to listen to this.
They're-
That's a
But
good thing.
sorry, but they're not gonna be around here longer. It's so funny. For Papa's birthday, he gave the kids their Christmas gift because they always give us money. And he goes, Grandma hands us out, not us, the kids, and the grandkids.
Oh, they're getting Christmas money now?
Yes.
They got it now in June, and she goes, this is because we're not going to be here at Christmas time. So we go down there,
Oh, wow.
and Dennis goes, well, where do you guys want to go out for lunch? And their big thing is they like Freddy's.
Freddy's.
But they,
That's what they eat all. That's what we give them gift cards there all the time. Is
yeah.
Freddy's.
You just get tired of eating this. Even
and
though it's good food, Freddy's
yeah.
is
We
very
love
good,
Freddy's.
And we would love to be sponsored by Freddy's.
Right, we'd love that.
We chose Cunningham's, which when we lived there, they had a restaurant downtown Kearney, and they had the best Cajun burgers and Cajun fries.
Okay.
Well, when Dennis had his 40th anniversary or class reunion, we went to Cunningham's with his class, and Dennis goes, "Let's go to Cunningham's
To the folks.
for the folks." So we went to Cunningham's, which is a little bit more expensive than I wanted to pay for lunch. But hey, Papa goes, "Here, let me pay for this, or chip in, or let me buy you gas." And I wanted to say to him so bad, because every year we give him money or gift cards for Christmas. I wanted to say, "This is just your Christmas present because you're not going to be here for Christmas."
Oh,
I didn't say
man.
that to him because I love my in-laws. You know, there's whether my daughter-in-laws love me or not, I don't. I know one of them does. She says it all the time, but I do love my in-laws. But anyway, he found a book of mine.
Just to kind of point of reference, the folks have been at the same house for 60 years.
More than that,
Oh, wow.
because your sister was born at that hot. Well,
No,
did they
were
live in Hastings and came to?
I was brought to this house.
S.
My older sister was not. She was brought to Hastings.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, well, at least 61 years old. So they've been in the same house. It used to be, oh my God, how they raised this many kids in this house before they had the addition. I have no idea because the basement's not finished. I guess it's livable,
Yeah.
not by my standards,
Just not finished.
but not.
Hey, you get by with what
you
you got.
Yeah.
Hey, I grew up in a trailer. I know. Try living in a trailer with no air
Anyway,
conditioning in the summer.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, my father-in-law found a book, and we were talking about Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys because Jim was supposed to loan us the Nancy Drew Hardy Boy movies, and he forgot. But I never got into Nancy Drew. I liked Trixie Belden, and I had a 5th grade teacher when I was in Oxford who read the Trixie Belden book to us.
Okay.
Loved Trixie Belden, loved it. Well, I had the whole collection. I was sitting there after lunch, and my father-in-law goes, "Look what I found." And it's a book that has my maiden name in it, my address, my Wood River address. It's like, how the hell did you get this frickin'
Yeah.
book? We have no idea how he got this book.
That's
He
wild.
goes, "Wow, we got a whole bunch of books downstairs. You need to come downstairs and see what we got, and you can pick some." I go,
Okay.
"Oh, I've been down there. I can't imagine me finding anything." But I went with my father-in-law, and I found this really good collection of books. I go, "Grandpa," well, I don't call him Grandpa, I call him Papa. I go, "Papa, if nobody wants these, I wouldn't mind having these, for the daycare. Not for them, but to read to them." And he goes, "Well, if it was up to me, I'd say go and have them. But your mother-in-law, so better not." Why the fuck did you have me come down here to pick out books? And then you say, "Well, it's fine with me, but your mother-in-law is not going to allow it." So I go, "Okay, I understand. Well, if nobody picks these when you're dead,"
Ooh.
I didn't say it that way.
Wow.
I didn't say it that way, but I said if nobody claims these, I would love to have these for daycare. Anyway, I'm going through the books. I found 2 more Trixie Belden books.
Oh, Lord.
I don't think they're mine. I think they're my older sister-in-law's. And I've got all her books, and they're hers. If she wants them back, they're hers. I will give them back to her. Otherwise, I'm going to hopefully introduce my granddaughter to them.
Right.
And I found some magazines. I don't remember these because I grew up with Tiger Beat.
Yeah.
Remember
I
Tiger
remember
Beat?
Yeah, Tiger Beat, yes.
What about
My cinema?
these?
What about these?
What about these? Oh yeah, Dynamite.
Dynamite.
I've never heard of Dynamite.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember
So
that.
I've got Dynamite Rick Springfield, all about TV's rock and roll station. I've got Dynamite Meet Rick Springfield.
There's a monkey on the back of
I've
that
got Joni Loves
Chachi on the
Chachi.
back of a Dynamite. Yeah.
And I've got
It's a double magazine because it's got Dynamite on one. You flip it over and it's
And it's arcade.
Arcade.
Okay.
Well,
so-
if it had Joni Love Shachi, that had to have been after Tiger Beat.
Well, this doesn't say MTV on it. This says Dynamite. This one
Oh, this
says
one says-
MTV.
That says MTV.
So that was during the MTV era.
early '80s.
This would have
Okay.
been that way too.
Okay.
I wonder if there's a date on these.
Oh, there has to be.
There has to look
There
for
has to be
dates.
somewhere in there.
Number 108.
Well, that doesn't say anything.
That
Let's see.
doesn't tell you.
Here, if you read this one,
then
everything
it
is
goes
like
the
this,
other
and then
way.
it goes
Upside down.
upside down. So it's like two different magazines.
I see.
How do we
They've got to have a date on them though.
Well, somebody did the
Huh?
crossword puzzle.
He's an '80s
Hey,
kid.
Ron and Dennis, look at,
Yep. I think that's what that's for. I think you're supposed to cut that out. And,
Well, good thing she didn't.
yeah.
And look, baseball cards.
Yes, and
Hey!
Dennis was looking those up to see if they're worth anything.
yeah, they would think we worth anything?
We don't think
You
so.
would think so?
Joe.
Where would I find
Joe
what it was
Torre, manager,
Should be a
Atlanta Braves.
copyright or something in there.
copyrighted?
You
Oh,
said-
1982.
you said
Dynamite.
radio.
Okay, I thought so.
1982.
They're tops.
I did go through. I think it
1983.
was
Okay.
eBay.
Oh, it must have been
And-
Outsider.
Yep.
They're trying to sell them for.
Which would be about right when the outsiders.
1982.
Let's see.
What was
I
this
take
one?
that back. I went to
The movie
eBay.
demo.
They were
1983.
asking $10
So
bucks.
from the early
and
80s.
No
Okay.
takers.
So,
Cool.
But,
well, whether
went
I was
to a
supposed
card
to take
dealer
them
place.
or not, I took them.
Yeah.
And it was
Because, you know what?
maybe
He
$1
said
for
take
one
something.
and
Well, you wouldn't give me the
15
books
cents for
I
the
wanted.
other.
There's more. Holy cow.
You did it
You
on
better
the-
check these cards
Yeah,
out.
some of those baseball cards might be
There's some
worth
more,
I
honey.
just-
There's
I just
Brian
Did you,
Clark.
any of you listen to Dennis?
No.
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 Go over here. Let's say that.
I just went through everything.
All of them? Okay.
You just told us what they were worth and who they were.
He did.
Did you?
Oh,
Are they
Yeah,
worth
the
anything?
camera will show this.
We will not retire. Let's put it that way, Jim. Oh, here I can be official secret agent identification card.
Dennis, did you do
Ooh.
online card dealer or you took it?
Hamburger
to
Helpers
No,
of
online.
America. We're here to help.
Okay, then we take it to a craft show and see if they ever.
Remember that? That was good stuff. At the
You
old
know
And the Rick Springfield fold out.
what?
days. There's a fold out?
Oh!
Oh my.
Look at that
Put it
center
up.
fold.
People!
Oh, you ruined it.
No, I didn't. How can I hang it?
To hang that one up.
You just ruined that magazine.
Shut up!
She's gonna get a frame for it, put it up.
Put it up.
There goes my Hotel Transylvania. Up goes Rick Springfield.
Yep.
So you could get it autographed, but it already is autographed.
Gosh, we went to a craft show
That's funny.
in Utica, and I debated because Rick Springfield and Richard Marx were performing in Davenport, Iowa, and I said, no, I got this craft show. It's probably gonna be a good one. Wish I would have gone to Rick Springfield and Richard Marx.
You
Marx.
would have wanted to have the poster so you can go have them
Yeah,
signed.
huh?
You must
Inside
have
'em.
been like, where the hell did you get this?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
That's
We-
my magazine.
We did see Rick Springfield, and he was good in concert.
You
I
really
would take these. Dynamite magazine.
I never heard of him.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Jim, in case you
Was there a
didn't,
question in there somewhere?
in case you didn't hear, I
Because
did.
nobody listened to Dennis.
I was talking the whole time.
And you gave the whole story of the baseball
I
copies.
gave the whole backstory,
Oh.
but I went on a card trader website, and I think one of the cards is worth $1,
Yeah, he goes to me, he goes, are you ready for this?
and the others
Maybe
are,
$1.
and the others were worth like 15 cents.
Oh,
Yeah, there's nobody
really?
in there that I've even heard of, and I it's not like I followed baseball really well.
Well, me neither. I said,
I know, but
Yeah, but they're in prime condition. I mean,
Ah,
you
Yeah,
Exactly.
the magazines are, yes.
they are. That's why my father-in-law. It's like
even the baseball cards that are in
Are there more of those down there?
And
that's the only four I can
centerfold.
find. So I don't know whose they belong to. They're
Exactly.
probably
Centerfold.
Paula's.
And
That's who
centerfold.
I would
Or
assume.
the 80s
Does
kid.
it have to be whoever the youngest is, which is Paula, right?
Keith, but I don't see
Oh.
Keith buying stuff with Rick Springfield and Joni Loves Chachi and
The
Matt
little
Dillon.
Memorial
Probably
song, wasn't it?
Paula.
Well, that might have
Or
been,
Matt Dillon.
it might have been a Scholastics thing too.
Yeah. 'cause
Oh.
there was like a, what was it, monthly or weekly?
Yeah, something like
where you
that.
could buy books from Scholastic,
Scholastic.
and
Scholastic.
Dynamite was one.
Did you get those? We were too
Scholastic,
poor to
yeah.
afford those kind of things.
You got to go get your books, right?
I got
Is
like
that-
Encyclopedia Brown.
Is that the part of the Reading is Fun program?
Junior Detective
Uh,
Brown.
Something
Brown.
like
You
that.
were so lucky.
Weekly Reader.
You were rich.
Why was
We
he
got
rich?
those.
He got Scholastic books. My
Reaver
mother-
Rich.
My mom
Well,
would
and
see
then
those
you
and
know where they
throw
are
them
now?
away.
Oh,
I have no
no.
idea.
Did you get Scholastic books?
No, I was easy weekly reader.
Oh.
Way before that.
Did you
weekly
guys get
readers.
books from? It was the RIF program when I was in school. You got a book. You got a book every week.
I mean, I remember
It's
the
free.
RIT program, but we got a weekly reader, and we had to read
Trumpster.
I know.
big time.
Big time.
Oh,
Who's a Trumpster?
he's one.
Scott Baio.
Scott Baio is huge.
Chachi.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
What about her?
She's dead.
She's dead.
That's nice.
She is.
I know she
Oh.
is. Yeah.
I'm like,
She
she
died.
died. Yeah, she
Yeah,
died
yeah.
several years ago.
Yeah, she died years ago.
Oh.
It was
She
a tragic
was-
story.
Well,
She was not in good health.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
she
ruined herself.
Yeah, she
Mental
found herself-
mental illness and
all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
she's kind of like, I think
Dana
crazy.
Plato.
Huh?
She was kind of like Dana Plato.
Yeah.
yeah, kind of.
I-
Dana Plato.
Yeah, but
remember
I
her?
think Dana Plato is more drug addict. I think
She was. Different.
Erin Moran was more. She was mental illness. I think she was like.
Was that because of any?
I don't know. I
pharmaceuticals?
don't know. I don't
Research.
know.
I'm looking. She
Research
died in
lady.
2017.
Yes.
We know she died a long time ago. But
17.
why?
Oh, you don't have that one?
What's that?
Annie, the making of the movie.
The making of the movie Annie?
Oh, would you like to read those? Okay.
Why
I would
not?
loan them to you because you loan us stuff.
She
I-
suffered from.
I barely read the
She
magazines.
suffered from
I have.
severe depression and was unable to get acting roles.
Oh, really?
Her California home was foreclosed in 2010.
Oh, my
She's been
God.
served eviction papers and moved into her mother-in-law's trailer home in Indiana.
Good God.
She
But
was
you-
fallen at hard times. She was reportedly kicked out of her trailer park home in Indiana because of her hard partying ways.
But you think about the actors from the 70s, they didn't have the kind of royalties that actors
That they do
get
now.
now.
Yeah.
You know,
Most of them didn't. Like, some of them were savvy enough to.
yes, but a lot of
Most of them
actors
didn't.
from those ages didn't
No.
get, from all the reruns that are played now, they don't see anything from
Yep.
those shows where
April 22nd, 2017, authorities in Corydon, Indiana were alerted about an unresponsive female, later identified as Moran. She was later pronounced dead at the age of 56.
she was young.
Stage,
Oh, they're interesting.
but it was not from partying that she died. She, the cause of death was complications of stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma of the throat.
So
She had cancer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That explains it.
She had no illegal or narcotics in her system and no illegal substances.
She was never married, was she? Or
Yeah.
what?
Twice.
No
She was
children?
married at the time. She was living in her mother-in-law's.
Oh, that okay. No
Sure.
children?
No kids?
I don't think so.
Well,
And she
thanks. Those are.
first had the symptoms of throat cancer around Thanksgiving of 2016. And apparently, she and Scott Baio still talk because he was the one that released the information.
And I enjoyed Joni Loves Chachi, and I liked Scott Baio until about 2016.
When she was diagnosed, it deteriorated rapidly from that point, and nobody was made aware of how badly it was moving or how fast it was moving.
Well, and I don't think she had much contact with the people from Happy Days.
I think she burned a few bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And what's sad is because I see so many posts with Henry Winkler and Potsy and Mouth doing
Well,
stuff together.
at her funeral were Scott Baio, Kathy Silvers, who was Jenny Pickle,
Yeah.
Marion Ross, Anson Williams, Ron Howard, and Don Most.
I can see them going to the funeral, but I think she had burned a lot of bridges before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But they also, you think about it, she was part of their lives from when she was a little tiny girl until she was a late teens, early 20s actress. So,
Yeah.
that's too sad. So, before we get too far away, I know Jim has stuff put aside. And I don't want him to wait till the last minute and we forget him.
I was gonna say, the rest of the Hollywood stuff?
I would do the Hollywood stuff now. because-
Yes.
Because you're going on about.
We
We
got
know what
15
time it is.
we have a clock here,
15
Missy.
Clock here. We know.
We
what
have a
time-
clock, Mom.
We know what time it is.
I got 15 more minutes to sleep, Mom.
That's right.
I gotta do this, Mom.
Hey, she's doing it.
So-
So,
She's
while
doing-
he's getting this ready,
She's doing it.
what's the new show? No One Cares?
No one
No one
cares.
cares. Talks about the news. No one cares.
What
Talks
are
about
we
the weather.
talking
No
about?
one cares.
Apparently he's got a new little podcast where he used to talk about this is old grandpa, now it's No One Cares.
Who?
This is yours? Or who's,
Me.
that's you?
Thank you for getting rid of Grandpa.
Yeah.
You didn't like Grandpa?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
we
your
did
new
like-
podcast is No One Cares?
Dude, I'm doing this. No one cares. No one.
No one cares.
Nobody gives a rat's.
I'm up to 91.
91.
Yeah.
What is it about you?
Well, shoot. Okay, Ron. The last week's the only time I've ever
Ron, no
had.
one cares.
No one cares.
Zinger.
After my 1354, 91's nothing.
91. Yeah, but we've only done an hour or so ago.
So, all right, what we got?
Yeah,
Jim,
Jim.
the cinema man,
What do we got?
Okay.
or as my kids always thought, I always thought it was cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
They always thought we were saying cinnamon, not cinema.
Yeah.
Cinnamon
Ron,
bun.
tell her what I got on the story yesterday.
Cinnamon.
After somebody dropped the cinnamon raisin bread, the whole loaf on the
The whole
floor.
loaf on the floor. That was nice.
Well, didn't you just put it back and get a new loaf?
No, he dropped it at home on the floor.
Oh. Well, did it hurt it?
Yes, because the floor wasn't clean.
Was the
He dropped it out of the bag.
was the bread still in the wrapper?
Nope.
Oh.
We fell out naked onto the floor.
Yeah, we weren't
The
gonna
whole
miss
loaf.
that. So then we got more cinnamon raisin at the store. But right next to the cinnamon raisin,
Was
lemon blueberry.
Was what?
Lemon blueberry.
lemon blueberry bread.
We just have the plain old 45
Grain.
grain wheat.
Grain. Yeah.
So we tried the lemon blueberry bread. It was actually pretty
What's
good.
it
Our
gonna do?
bread
See,
is
that
so
didn't die.
thin.
Lemon
Oh, but
blueberry
Oh,
bread.
pretty damn thin.
Lemon
Yeah.
blueberry bread.
I like thin bread. yeah.
We
Lemon
have
blueberry-
2 pieces
blueberry.
of bread for 2 points. A point of bread. So
Point of bread.
it's
So
really
what have you got, Jim?
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah, Jim. What's going on?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
Here's what was playing in Lincoln theaters on this date in
Can I ask you before you start that? How was Jim did the tour?
Yeah, he
Walking
walked the
tour.
tour.
Were you going to talk about that at all?
Yeah,
Jim was-
after he tells us about the movies.
You want to do the movies
it
and then
was-
tell us
it
about?
was it was informative. There's a walking tour of former where the Lincoln movie theaters used to be.
How many stops were there?
It was a 14-block tour.
Okay.
There's
And
Yeah.
how hot
It was
was it out
hot.
that
yeah,
day,
about
Jim?
97
It
degrees.
was
on
okay. We went to water.
Sunday, August 4th, 2024.
How many people? Did,
About 16.
that's pretty good,
Good
crowd,
good crowd.
for that.
Yeah.
But were there things that you learned that you did not know?
I learned that Pershing Auditorium was set up to play movies,
You said that.
but they
Which I didn't-
rarely.
Yeah, I don't ever remember.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't think they
either.
ever did.
I went to a couple graduations there. I went to a couple concerts there.
Concerts.
I saw Elmo there. I met Elmo.
Wow, met Elmo.
You met Elmo.
I met
He's not
Elmo in
there.
in
Did,
Ohio.
was that
First
where
Donnie,
they did
then
the?
Elmo.
I know, isn't that where we did the?
Sesame Street Live.
No.
Did your
Yes.
Elmo talk, or did his
No.
handler had to talk?
Handler.
Did they? Is that where we saw the roller derby, or was that it?
No, that was the roller derby.
That's what I thought. Roller derby. That's quite exciting to watch.
All the
roller
little
derby.
girls.
Yes.
I
No
actually
shows?
enjoyed that.
Yes,
That was
I don't
very good.
understand the rules, but yeah. Okay,
You used to
sorry.
have it on TV back in my.
Raquel Welch played in a movie.
I
Remember
remember that.
Brad?
Yes, I remember that.
So Jim, what have you got?
That's the third time we've done this. Keep going at the gym.
I'm sorry, honey.
Here's what was playing on this date, August 10th.
Okay.
This is 10th, yes.
What was that little squeak
1982.
there?
You don't know.
1982.
1982.
Oh my gosh,
think it's
82.
That was a
Yeah,
good
that
year.
whole year.
Yes.
So 42 years ago.
42 years ago.
All right.
See if I know any of these movies.
At the Cinema One
Yes.
was one of my guilty pleasure movies.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
gosh, what?
The Pirate movie.
Oh, the pirate movie.
Who's
Yes.
the pirate movie?
It's a musical based on the Pirates of Penzance
And
Yeah.
who was in it?
with Christopher Atkins and Christy McNichol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
you like this movie?
Yes, I thought
I've
it was
never seen
hilarious.
it.
Hey, there's no way Barb would like it because it's about pirates.
Yeah.
And it's a musical.
Hey, I like Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp and.
Then why do you get so mad at them for being pirates?
Because
On
that's
Pirate
stupid.
Day.
That's
We made her say R all the time. Wear an eye patch. And,
At Cinema 2 was The Secret of Nim,
ooh, that's a whole
the animated movie.
I heard that one.
At the Cooper was Annie.
Woo! We were found an Annie book.
It's
Or,
in the book.
yep.
At the Douglas 1 was Rocky 3.
I
Ooh.
love the Rocky movie.
How many
Douglas
Rockies are
1,
we?
Rocky 3.
Rocky.
How many Rockies are we up to now?
There is.
Probably about
6.
5 or 6.
Is that including Creed? Is that what you're?
Because that's kind of a.
Yeah.
extended.
That's what.
I did not count the Creed movie.
Oh.
Well, then how do you get 6 from Rocky? You had Rocky 1,
Probably.
Rocky 2,
3,
after
4.
4.
Five,
After 4, who's
Rocky
5?
5.
Who's 5?
Rocky 5.
Well, who was that? Was that
Rock-
about?
He did a lot of.
His son.
Yeah, it
Okay, that was his son that then later passed away in
Yeah,
real life.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then
Then
what was
there's one
Rocky's?
called Rocky Balboa.
That's 6.
Okay. Because I know at one time before we watched the Creed movies, we watched all. I love the Rocky movies. I think
Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa, Creed, and Creed 2.
Okay.
Because that
Three,
is-
six Rocky.
It's Creed 3. There's a Creed 3.
Yeah.
Is there a Creed 3 in the works?
No,
It's not
it's
showing
already
yet.
out.
It's already out. Okay.
Well, your information's wrong, Karen.
It's said that
What?
Rocky,
What?
maybe the same people aren't doing it.
Oh, could be.
All right.
Okay.
Could be.
At the Douglas 2 was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ooh, da da da.
Is that the first one?
Yes.
You knew he was just waiting.
You're welcome, Dennis.
Can you shut that thing off? Okay, there we go.
No, it's got to go for the whole thing.
At the Douglas 3
Yes.
was the movie Tron.
Ooh.
I think I've heard of that.
This was
You know,
the first movie about, filmed,
with CGI.
yeah.
What was it
With
called?
what?
Tron,
CGI.
Oh,
First
yeah, I
one
remember
ever.
that.
What's CGI?
computer graphics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Imagery.
Yeah, and those light.
Now we're up to
lights.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went from C to I.
We were
So
getting
how
C
did
to
that
A.
go? Where did B
And
go?
then I ruled the world, and then it.
Did you enjoy that, or did you see?
I liked it.
I enjoyed it. It was a big flop, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
But you know what?
I-
We've talked about this. What we think with movies we love are never nominated for Academy Awards. And then the ones they nominate for Academy Awards, like, what the hell are they thinking? They're
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
but it's box office. It didn't
Yeah.
do so
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Well, the critics have to think that they're like up here.
Yeah, I know.
They're
Never
not.
think much of them, but anyway,
At East Park 1
East Park 1.
was A Midsummer Night's sex comedy.
Well, sex is a
What?
comedy.
It's a Woody Allen. It's a Woody Allen film.
Woody
I'm
Allen.
not a
well,
Woody Allen fan.
Oh, everything you ever wanted to know about sex, but were afraid to ask. Try that film sometime.
At East Park 2 was the pirate movie.
Yes.
At East Park 3 was Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, huh? That was a good movie.
We won't go there.
What?
Whoa.
Where will we go?
That's the best
Embassy.
one.
Go for it.
Embassy?
Hungry Young Women.
I'm assuming that was
And-
the
Mystique.
porno movie theater.
Yes.
It's
Is that the X?
Where was that
Triple X.
Is that
Where's
downtown?
Embassy
Well,
at?
it's his ex.
Downtown?
It's on that same block where Images 2 is, across from GameStop.
Oh, 48?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's on O Street, but it's more like 17th and O.
Oh, way downtown.
Oh, wait, it's
Before
closer
you
to
get to-
downtown.
Oh, I can
I
understand that now.
Makes
That's where, like,
sense.
right at about 17th and 18th and there's this. I haven't gone there.
It's the Gentleman's Club.
No,
No,
no, it's a
Drag bar.
yes, thank you.
it's a drag bar. That's
Which
nice.
one's
It's
that?
on the corner of 18th and but I don't know what it's called.
Called something like spelled Haus. House? Haas?
How do you know all this?
Because I drive by it every
House.
day.
No, and
House.
my daughter-in-law, her brother works there,
Ah,
and my daughter-in-law's brother is homosexual,
Okay.
and he's bartends there, and
okay.
they've gone there when there's been drag queen competitions, and I go, well, I want to go. She goes, I'm not taking you.
Ooh. Well,
Well, so Carrie and I want to go.
Huh?
Carrie and I want to go. You want to go to the drag queen
you wanna-
bar?
Some of the funnest bars when I was younger, I went to bars were.
Oh, so me, Carrie, and Karen are going to.
yeah, I guess it's ladies' night.
They were it was a very lively
Entertain.
environment.
It's like, why do they think we are such a prude? Just because we're in our 60s does not. Well, Carrie's not in her 60s, but we're not prudes. We know how to have fun.
But most of the time, at least the ones when I was hanging out with my friends, like you and I can go in, but Dennis and Ron would not be able to go in.
Alex goes with Carrie, with Krista, and he goes, "I hate going there because guys hit on me all the time." I said, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At the Joyo was Grease 2.
Okay. I thought it said 3. I was like, I thought there's only 2.
There's only two that I know of.
At the Plaza 1 was The Road Warrior. Mad
Oh.
Max 2.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought it was a
Mad Max film.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, yeah.
At the Plaza 2 was Cheech and Chong's Things Are Tough All Over.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Okay, going back to the house for a second.
The house.
It has 132 moving lights
What
on their
does?
stage.
The house.
Inside.
Oh. Okay, I gotta get Carrie, and you and I and Carrie are gonna go. we might need a chauffeur
Ooh, a chauffeur. Ooh.
to come pick
Okay,
us up.
God, Jim, you totally diverted us here.
I know. Okay, go ahead.
Keep going,
At the
Jim,
Plaza-
stay focused.
At the Plaza 3 was Young Doctors in Love.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Oh.
Is that like?
Remember that?
It's like an
Coleman
airplane
in it?
type,
Or,
making fun of doctors. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Made fun of doctors, yeah.
cute comedy. Plaza 4 was
Yes.
Six Pack
With
with Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. I
Yeah.
thought so. Yeah.
Racing
Racing movie.
racing team, yes.
Mhm.
At the Sheldon Film Theater, which is basically the Ross now,
Uh-huh.
was Take a Letter, Darling. Never heard of that.
I never either.
At the
Letter.
State Theater
I never.
was The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Ah!
Burt Reynolds and
Dolly Parton.
I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
They say it's good.
At the Starview Drive-In was Firefox
Firefox.
and Any Which Way You Can.
Ooh.
Clint Eastwood.
Yes. Clyde.
I'm sorry I
double
can't
feature.
come up with the shows as fast as you people.
At the
Oh,
Stewart was E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Holy cow.
Oh,
okay.
wow. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that movie. I have not seen that in years.
At the 84th and O Drive-In was Things Are Tough All Over and Nice Dreams.
Oh, a Cheech and Chong double feature.
Yeah.
When did they start showing closed for season?
Yeah, that signs up a lot.
Sometimes at the end of August, something like that.
Yeah.
And at the West O was Six Pack and 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Are they doing a remake of 9 to 5? I've heard things.
Somebody.
Okay,
They're awful old if they are.
so we were talking about what was the movie with Mel Gibson?
Mad Max?
Mad Max.
Mad Max. I had to go back because I remember the very first movie I ever saw Mel Gibson in. That's when I fell in love with him.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys ever seen Tim?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard
He
of it.
plays a mentally disabled.
Yeah.
Challenge.
challenge young man who
Right.
falls in love with an older woman.
Right.
I fell in love with Mel Gibson then.
Really?
He did a fabulous job. I don't know if I had it, and it's like I lost it, and I want to see when it came out.
Yeah, what year did it come out? But I remembered it.
1979.
79. All right.
Piper Laurie was a single businesswoman in her 40s. Tim is a young day laborer who suffers from learning disability. She hires Tim to do work around the house. The two very different people discover they have a lot in common, become quick friends. Mary even decides to help Tim learn how to read, and while they spend more and more time together, their friendship grows into something deeper, much to the disapproving of their friends. I loved it. That's the first time I ever saw Mel Gibson, very young Mel Gibson. I don't know if that's his first movie ever, because I brought up Mel Gibson's movies, and it didn't even show Tim on there, so I had to write Tim because I thought that was the name of it. And you can find it. I loved it.
If you
No.
can find it,
The
watch
9
it.
to 5, in answer to your question, there was a sequel in the works that got scrapped,
Oh,
but there is a remake.
there's like
Why?
different.
There's a
Why?
remake being produced, and it's through Jennifer Aniston's production studio. And
Okay.
it should be coming out this year.
Who's in it?
Why?
Why is
Well,
it?
okay,
Why?
let's see who's in it.
I don't know if it has told me that yet.
It should tell
I
you.
thought I thought there was actresses
Signed up for this?
signed up.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, that's got to be better than.
Why?
I know.
Or
I
better
know.
than what?
Because they
I
can't
know.
come up with original ideas.
I know.
Is that what it
I
is?
know.
You can't come up with anything
Okay.
original?
There's a million books out there that have better plot ideas. And
Wow. If
Like-
we could become screenwriters, then we could take a book off the shelf and say, "There's no Tracy Belden series. Let's do a Tracy
Exactly.
Belden series.
Exactly.
Let's do it. I've got
Oh.
there's no biography about Ben Kuroki. Let's make a movie about him.
Yeah,
I
no movie
usually
about that.
do singing with Kuroki.
Hershey.
Who
Ben Kuroki.
is who?
Am I getting it right?
Yeah.
Who
Ben
is it?
Kuroki.
The book that they went
The book that's to the,
Oh,
about the
gotcha.
Japanese
Oh,
fighter.
I go.
fighter
Who?
Yeah, he's from Hershey.
He is from Hershey,
He's from
Nebraska.
Hershey, Nebraska.
Wow.
Yeah, but they have not.
Well, it's a good thing that they have him
Done a
at the
movie.
Nebraska.
They've done a
Historical Society.
documentary, but not a movie.
Hey,
Jim, did you buy the book?
No.
also, you guys went to see.
Neither one of you did.
You guys went to see a speaker on Charles Starkweather.
Yes,
You saw it on YouTube?
I saw it on YouTube. A replay of it. Yes,
And History Nebraska.
It's History Nebraska.
on YouTube.
What's the author's name? I forgot his name.
The author's name.
Would
I
we
can't
call
remember. I know his face.
McLean.
Could you bring up Charles Starkweather, and would that bring it up?
Could be.
It's something McLean.
Eric? No.
No.
I don't know. I couldn't go. Molly was supposed to be in town, then she didn't stay.
Oh,
So then you could have gone.
you could
Well,
have
but
got-
they had no tickets. They were sold out.
Oh, that's too bad, because that was
You
fun.
could have got me in. Well, if I had known that, you thought it was sold
You
out.
could
Terry
have
McLean.
Barry
yeah,
McLean.
could have gone in there and pet the buffalo.
What? Oh,
I got
yes.
those, by the way.
Good.
That's good. Yeah.
You get to go through the museum when you're waiting to go to see.
Yeah, I got to
Okay.
pet the buffalo. That was nice.
I've only been in the museum one time,
I'll
and that's
post it
because I
somewhere.
went to pick up Jim to go for lunch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we had lunch one
they
day.
changed it since I was last.
Did you know about that?
Years ago. All eyes turn to Dennis as he sleeps through.
Yes, I believe so. But I'm thinking.
This has been a couple of years
This,
ago.
this is at the Moral Hall or
no,
where was
at
it
the.
Sheldon.
It's
or-
got wait.
No.
You look-
The Nebraska History Museum.
Oh,
Moral Hall is
Old
where the
Elks
bones
building.
are.
that's where the but you know there could have been buffalo there.
Alright.
They got
Anyway.
Anyway.
cats.
Anyway.
How are we doing on
We
time?
went to Canes.
Dennis, Moral Hall is where Archie is.
Archie.
Yeah, you remember the gang?
Oh yeah. and he
Archie,
kept-
Jughead, Betty,
Oh yeah. Well, I thought he had this
Archie.
comfortable chair that only he could
That
sit
is
in.
the most likely place on campus when you say meet somebody by Archie, they can find it. Why is Bart's flashlight on?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, her light, the flashlight's on. It just came on by itself, and it was great.
I'm trying to wrap it up to people.
Oh, is that what
I
it's?
even have do not disturb, and I don't even know why I'm on do
Is
not
that one of
disturb.
those? One of those rodeos?
Molly's not here.
Ollie isn't here to tell us the rodeo. Wrap it up.
All right, we should wrap it up.
Yes,
for
it's
this
been
week.
5 after,
It
but
looks
it's
like the
okay.
dog is out too.
I know, look at that poor puppy.
Poor dog.
Aw.
I get my best naps driving.
Did you
All right.
have a terrible day?
Hang on, I gotta take a picture of Gabby before.
Yep, get a picture before we sign out.
She's gone.
There's a picture of Gabby snoozing away.
Aw. Aw. If only she was that good.
She won't sleep.
Yeah, that's just for you on the
did
camera.
oh, sorry. You not
Stop
know
it,
our
Oliver.
dog. She sleeps good.
She sleeps good, all right?
All right, so.
Anyway,
we need to write that.
Gotta be uncomfortable. All right.
That's it.
That's it for another edition of
Step
from past.
Spontaneous
Bullshit.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yes, we'll see you next time. Oh, please. Please.
Saying, thank God they're off.
Thank God they're on.
Finally.
Finally.
Started.
Oh.